Hello everybody. So here we go again. Another Honest RC review in 5 minutes or less. Today, got the Kyosho Outlaw Rampage Pro. Now, this isn't the kit, this one was bought RTR. So it has the stock Kyosho motor ESC. This truck is basically entirely stock, except for some slight modifications that I've made to it. Which one of them was one of the biggest weak points on this truck. So let's get into it. I love the way this truck looks. I love the way it sits. I love the way the suspension travel. You can see it, watch it as it drives. However, the downside with all the scale realism is that the body is a pain in the ass to take on and off. 2 pins up front, sure. 2 pins in back, sure. But it's also got these little plastic hooks here and down in there, there's 2 on each side. So 6 hooks, 4 pins, and you gotta finagle the body off, or else it'll get hooked on itself. It'll get hooked on the plastic cage. It's just kind of a pain in the ass if you're trying to do it quickly. If not, then it's really not an issue. But, I mean, I guess it's give and take with the scale look. Again, I love the way this thing looks. I love the way it looks while it's driving. The scale realism is part of the reason why I bought it. So yeah, I put up with it, but you know, some other people would probably just prefer the 4 pins and it comes off and on without all the extra. But to continue forward, the stock shocks were absolute trash. The truck had so much body roll. Taking a corner on anything, any kind of surface that had any bit of grip that these tires could grab onto at all would roll the truck over. So I got some aftermarket aluminum threaded body shocks on there, all 4 corners. Much better. Now the tires, the wheels and tires this truck comes with are plastic Bead Locks, and yes, the 5th one, the spare one, is an actual bead lock. So it comes with Bead Locks, and these tires are really good for dirt, asphalts, clay, just your casual yard driving in grass, or hard pack of some sort. Sand, it's 2-wheel drive, it will get stuck and it'll just dig itself. Another issue I was having with this thing is the steering setup, the rack and pinion steering setup it's got. It has a plastic steering rack that the steering arm is attached to, and that the servo moves back and forth. It's plastic on plastic with no lubrication. It binds up and you will lose steering. I had that happen to me a couple times, and I tried a few different things. What I found works really well is this. I sprayed some of this on the steering rack, and so far haven't had any binding when it gets hot or when it gets dirt in there. So make sure you keep that lubricated. Again, with the scale realism, you got the good and the bad. It looks great, it works like an actual steering rack, but it binds because it's plastic on plastic with no bushings, no lubrication from the factory. So just every now and again spritz that with some sort of dry lube and it'll work great. Now as you can see, mine is dirty because I've been driving it. Stock motor is pretty decent. Not very fast top end wise. I think I only got this thing up to about 22-ish, 23-ish on a 2-cell LiPo, stock gearing, stock motor. It's just a brushed motor from the factory. Plastic gears, I do not know if you can get upgraded ones to put brushless in this, but if you do go brushless, stay 2S or NIM, because the plastic gears in the rear end in here, they will be eaten alive. But for the price tag, I mean, around the $250 mark, pretty damn scale realistic build. You know, solid axle, independent front, 2-wheel drive trophy truck. Again, you got a lot of scale realism. Comes with actual bead locks. I mean, great truck. I love the way it looks. I'm still only going to have to give it about a 7 out of 10 rating, just because in the user manual it doesn't mention anything about the steering rack and keeping that lubricated. So if you buy this thing brand new, or if you buy a kit and you assemble it and you don't lubricate it, you know, you could be out at the track racing and you'll just lose all steering, and, well, because of just something so simple, you're gonna have a bad time. And with the stock shocks, the body roll is tremendously ridiculous. This one went a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but oh well. Love the Kyosho Outlaw Rampage Pro. Great truck, ready to run. Better truck if you get the kit. Just make sure you address those small issues, and you should have no problems with this truck. 7 out of 10 rating. Pretty solid. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you like this kind of content, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. Hit the little notification bell to be notified about all my new videos. If you got any questions or want to see that truck more in depth, reach out on any of the social medias or email me directly. All those links are in the description below. Stay tuned and have a good day, everybody.